as you grow in leadership, you can think about how you can make it more efficient, or if the meeting is the most efficient way of doing it.
That's a really good point. I feel kind of stumped right now. I didn't even think about it that way because I just see myself as like going into a room and just saying the same thing I said yesterday again and again and again. And and I think that maybe that's like the emotional muscle I need to work on because I just don't really have the patience for repetition. But then when I think about it now, after the way you just described it, I'm like, oh, this is the first time this person's hearing me say that, even though I've said it for the past 3 days. But I'm just like, so that's a very good point. I actually really didn't think of that. That's a really, really good point.
It's interesting because I have coached some people I've been coaching for 6, 7 years as they've graduated in their careers, and then people who have begun it as individual contributors, and they totally disagree with things that leaders and managers are doing. I say I can understand that. Let's see how it will work when you get direct reports, because often I'm coaching leaders up the scale from individual contributor to manager to director to associate VP to VP to wherever they want to go. So I have coached a lot of leaders up that scale, and then they've come back and said, now they have to make a decision, exit an employee, or they've been given some sensitive information that they can't share with the team members, or they know there are layoffs coming, or they know that they are hiring someone for a set reason, but the other team members don't know, so it looks like nepotism. So when you get in the leadership position, you see all of the technicalities behind. Like on the stage, it looks fine, like ballerinas or ballet dancers generally, it looks graceful, but when you're on stage with them, it's very noisy and their feet are thumping and their toes are bleeding. So that's the part you don't see. You don't see the part where the leaders, their feet are stomping and their toes are bleeding. You just think they're up there doing their leadership thing. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background.